Hello students, I am Poulami ma'am and welcome to Concept to Remember series of Ogroni.
In this video, you are going to learn about the division Bryophytes in plant kingdom. Bryophytes are very small plant, but they play a very big role in nature. What are bryophytes? Bryophytes include mosses, liverworts, and hornworts. They are among the simplest land plants and are commonly found growing as green mats on damp surfaces. Let us understand the general characteristics of bryophytes. Habitat. Bryophytes grow mainly in moist and shady places. They can survive in very cold regions where many other plants cannot grow. Bryophytes are called amphibians of plant kingdom because though they are terrestrial plant growing in moist and shady places, but they need water for their sexual reproduction, which we will study in the later part of this video. Cell structure. Bryophytes are eukaryotic photosynthetic organisms. Body structure. Bryophytes are multicellular plants. Their height range from 3 to 6 centimeters and they are avascular plants. That is, they lack xylem and phloem vessels. Plant body is divided in two parts. One, gametophyte, which is the main and dominant plant body. Two, sporophyte, which is short-lived and dependent on the gametophyte. The gametophyte does not have true roots, stems, or leaves. Instead, it has a rhizoid for anchorage and leaf-like structure called phyllids or a flat thallus for photosynthesis. The sporophyte consists of foot, seta, and capsules. Capsules produce spores. Now, let us compare vascular plants with bryophyte. Vascular plants have xylem and phloem vessels in them, whereas avascular plants like bryophytes do not have xylem and phloem. Now, what are xylem and phloem? Xylem and phloem are tube-like structure that are present in vascular plants or higher plants that we mostly see around us. These tube-like structure help in conduction of water from roots to the other parts of the plant.
In avascular plants, like bryophytes, their entire body absorbs water from the surroundings.
So we can say that bryophytes or avascular plants act like sponges, whereas vascular plants have their own pipeline.
Now, a question may arise that why there is a difference in water absorption and conduction technique in vascular and avascular plants.
This can be explained with the help of an analogy. Imagine there is a small water spillage on the floor. We can easily mop it with the help of a sponge. But now imagine that you need to lift 1000 liters of water from an underground reservoir to an overhead tank. A sponge cannot do this job. For that, we need pipes and motors to move the water upward. In the same way, vascular plants are large and tall. They need to transport a lot of water from the roots to the leaves at a great height. Therefore, they have developed special transport tissues called xylem and phloem. On the other hand, bryophytes are very small, usually only 3 to 6 cm tall. Their water requirement is low and water can easily move through their entire body by absorption from the surrounding environment. Hence, bryophytes do not need special transport tissues. This is why bryophytes grow in moist and shady places where water is easily available. Reproduction. Bryophytes show both asexual and sexual reproduction. Asexual reproduction. There are various types of asexual reproduction in bryophytes, but in this video, we are going to focus only on fragmentation and gemma formation. Fragmentation. In this method, parts of the plant body break off and grow into new plants. This can happen due to 1. Natural decay. When the older parts of the plant decays and the younger part falls on the soil, which grows into a new plant. Number 2. Accidental breakage, which happen if an animal bites it or due to strong wind. Then again a part of the plant falls on the soil and grows into a new plant. Number 3. Presence of weak points in some plant species. Some plants have natural weak points on the thallus or phyllodes, which can be easily detached from the parent body and grows into a new plant. In each of these cases, the fragment grows into a new, genetically identical plant. Gemma formation. Gemma are green, multicellular reproductive bodies. They are formed in gemma cups, on phyllodes, seta, or even inside cells. When gemma detach and fall on a suitable surface, they grow into a new bryophyte plant. Sexual reproduction. Sexual reproduction in bryophytes is oogamous. Male reproductive organ is antheridium and female reproductive organ is archegonium. Male gametes are produced inside the antheridium and female gamete is produced inside archegonium. Antheridium and archegonium may be present in two different branches of the same plant, or they may be present in two different plants altogether. In that case, we have a separate male plant and a separate female plant. Inside the antheridium, there are androcytes, which are released during the rainy season. When there is enough water, these androcytes develop into biflagellate male sex cells called antherozoids. Antherozoids swim through the water towards the egg cell. Because antherozoids are attracted by the chemicals released from the archegonium. One of the male sex cells fertilizes the egg cell. This shows why water is essential for fertilization. After fertilization, a diploid zygote is formed. This diploid zygote undergoes rapid cell division and develops into sporophyte. The sporophyte remains attached to gametophyte for nourishment. The sporophyte has foot, seta, and capsules. Inside the capsules, cells undergoes meiosis to produce haploid spores. These spores are released from the capsules and develops into haploid gametophyte. You must have noticed that a haploid gametophyte produces a diploid sporophyte, and a diploid sporophyte produces haploid spores which give rise to a haploid gametophyte. This haploid gametophyte produces diploid sporophyte again, and the diploid sporophyte produces haploid spores which again give rise to a haploid gametophyte, and the cycle continues. This cycle is called alternation of generation and it is very vital in case of sexual reproduction in Bryophyte. Let's understand the importance of Bryophytes. Bryophytes are very important because 1. They help in soil formation and conservation. 2. They act like sponges absorbing and retaining water. 3. They act as bioindicators to check pollution of a particular area. 4. Pit or fossilized moss is used as fuel and soil conditioner. 5. It is also used for transporting living plants due to their high water content. 6. It provides habitat for small animals. Let's do a quick recap of what we have studied so far. Bryophytes grow in moist, shady places. They are avascular plants. Plant body is divided into gametophyte and sporophyte, where gametophyte is dominant and sporophyte is short-lived and dependent on gametophyte. Reproduction can be asexual and sexual. Asexual reproduction is mainly by fragmentation and gyme formation. Sexual reproduction is ogamous. Water is essential for fertilization and it shows alternation of generation. Bryophytes are important for production as well as conservation of soil, moisture retention in soil, and it is also used for different horticulture purpose. That brings us to the end of today's lesson on division Bryophyta. In our next video, we will learn about division Teratophyta. Till then, happy self-study and don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more such videos.